And welcome into the Fun Astrology Podcast for Monday, September 23rd. Thomas Miller back with you. Thanks for joining us. I'm talking fast because I have to today. There is so much going on that we need to know. So let's start to pick this apart. Welcome to fall. Yay! God, I've got to get those sound effects back. Dang it. I'll get there. It's all a matter of time. Okay, so listen, here's what's happened while you were asleep in the U.S. at least. First of all, the sun moved into Libra. So yes, you Libra, it's Libra season officially now. The only guy left to come on in is Mars, and he will here in a little bit. But the sun moved into Libra, at 3:43 a.m. Eastern Time this morning, and just a few minutes later at 3:51, fall equinox, the September equinox. So we are officially in fall, whether it feels like it where you are or not. At least according to the sky, we are there. Now, and the other big thing that we have up there going on to kick off this Libra season is a great big T-square involving the moon and the nodes. Oh, we have got so much going on right now. It's like, one of the things I have not talked about in this whole plate. See, look. Breathe. The thing that I have not talked about in this whole Saturn-Pluto thing, there we go, is the kids born under this. So it just dawned on me, we're talking about this whole transformation. 1284 ushered out the Dark Ages, brought in the Renaissance. 1517 ushered out the rule of Catholicism, brought in the Protestant Reformation. 1770s, end of British rule and beginning of United States of America. Is that not some profound transformational energy? Well, that's above us now, and we've been talking about it on this daily podcast as how it is affecting our lives, and so many of us are being affected by it. Everybody is. Everybody's under this energy. But think about the kids that are born right now, and their whole lives will be about this. Well, I'm thinking about that today as I'm looking at this T-square, because kids born today are going to be resolving some major energy in their lives. Wow. So let's talk about Libra first, and we're going to keep this short and focused. We have a couple of days this week where there's not as much going on, so maybe we'll come back to these Libra characteristics. But one of the things that I wanted to mention, and this goes back to ancient astrology, this goes back to some of the early days of the craft, and it's not as practiced in modern astrology, and that's why I thought I'd bring it up, because Libra points something out relative to the sun. So it becomes Libra season, obviously, when the sun moves into Libra, which happened overnight, at least in the U.S. So when you break this down, there are rulers of signs. So the sun rules the sign Leo. The moon rules the sign Cancer, and on it goes. But there are also signs where the various planets and luminaries are exalted. What that means is the general characteristics of the sign are most complementary to the planet or luminary involved. So, for example, the sun is exalted in Aries, right? Why? Because Aries is a hot, fiery sign. The moon is exalted in Taurus. The moon can just kick its shoes off and feel at home in Taurus. It's welcome in that earthy, grounded, happy, reflective energy. And conversely, because remember, astrology is just built on oppositions. It's built on aspects of yin-yang. So if we have houses of exaltation, we have to have houses of not exaltation, or let's call it depression. And the sun is unexalted in Libra. So let's put it that way. Now, for you Librans, don't get all upset about this, because there's a different way to look at it. So why would the sun, let's think about this for a second. When we think about Libra characteristics, what do we first think about? I know what comes to my mind. What comes to yours when you think about Libra? Maybe the word balance came into mind. I think of the avatar, the glyph, the lady with the scales, right? So what about the sun is balanced? Is there anything about this bright, hot ball of fire that's balanced? No, nothing. So there you go. See, it's that the characteristics of Libra and the characteristics of Sun are as opposite as they are in the configurations and the archetypes of the chart. So here's a great way to apply this. This was like, oi, when I was thinking about this morning, and this just this radiated in, is for the next 30 days, and I'm going to try to make this part at least of reminders weekly, okay, that we will think, when we think of the Sun in Libra, we're going to think of taking those areas of fire in your life. When the fire parts of your chart want to come alive, when you want to get angry, when you want to get frustrated, when you want to just be overly exertive, or as I was narrating yesterday in Stephen Forrest's audiobook Fire, which is why this is kind of on my mind, is when you want to be too in control with your ego. Let's find balance. Let's go to Libra's scales. Ooh, does that not strike a chord with you? Like, let's just use this month to really lock this behavior in. 30 days to change a habit, right? So let's change the habit of being overly aggressive with our egos, overly fiery, overly dominant, and let's bring balance to that. I know I'm in. Are you? All right, couple other things. Let's talk about Jupiter, Neptune real quick. They are in square, but this kind of fits this T-square going on as well, because the T-square, so this is where two sides oppose each other. That's the moon and the north node are now opposite the big three, which is Saturn, Pluto, and the south node. And that is squared to Venus and Mercury in Libra on both sides. So that means Saturn, Pluto, south node, square Venus, Mercury. Moon, north node, square Venus, Mercury. This is not insignificant. So today's energy is going to be pulling. Just tell you, today's energy, you're going to feel pulled. And by the way, the moon is still in Cancer. So have you felt that, just that deep emotion? I woke up yesterday just wanting to journal. Oh my goodness. Just like, where's my journal? Where's my teddy bear? Where's my journal? That's going to still be going on today, moves into Leo tomorrow. And with that, the T-square disappears as well. And then we've just got a square with Saturn, Pluto that will remain. So what today? A little bit tense. Could certainly affect communication. And because this is all happening, the point of that T-square is in Libra, this is about relationships too. So make sure you talk sweet to your sweetie today. Don't be grumpy. If you get grumpy on the side of that T-square, then just remember our little Libra promise and lighten it up. Don't worry. Be happy. That's what we're doing. All right, I want to just give you a quick look at the week ahead. So coming up on Wednesday, Venus is going to square Saturn. On, Thursday, the Sun is going to oppose Chiron. That's going to bring some wounded healing energy to light. On Friday, Saturn is going to be conjunct the South Node. Saturn is back direct. It's going to be conjunct the South Node, sitting right on top of it, and directly opposed to the North Node. We will be talking about that, believe me, for sure. And the moon moves into Libra on Saturday and goes new moon on Saturday. So we have quite a busy week ahead. I'm sorry this went so long, but you can see why. All right, watch that T-square today, folks. Watch the T-square. And see Mercury, I can't go hard. So have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.